Jamaica's housing market crossroads. Stability, strain, and a glimmer of opportunity. By Jamaica Homes. Published on September 17, 2025. For years, the dream of owning a home in Jamaica has seemed just out of reach for many. High construction costs, tight lending conditions, and mortgage rates hovering higher than most households can comfortably bear have kept thousands renting instead of stepping into ownership. But in 2025, the Jamaican housing market finds itself at a crossroads. While the headlines in the United States speak of falling mortgage rates and surging buyer activity, Jamaica's reality is more nuanced. Here at home, rates have not fallen sharply, but they have stabilized. The latest data shows the average mortgage credit interest rate at commercial banks stood at about 7.55% in July 2025, barely changed from the 7.53 to 7.54% seen earlier in the year. Some banks, like Scotiabank Jamaica, still list mortgage products between 8.5% and 12.5% APR, while JN Bank's rates hover around 9.85% to 10.35% depending on the loan type. Meanwhile, the National Housing Trust, NHT, continues to offer significantly lower rates, from 0% to 5% for qualified borrowers in different income brackets. So, while there hasn't been a dramatic drop, there's a silver lining. The market is steady, and in an economy where volatility often rules the day, stability can sometimes be just as valuable. As Dean Jones, founder of Jamaica Homes and realtor associate at Coldwell Banker Jamaica Realty, observes, in Jamaica, even a slight dip in mortgage rates can feel like a sunrise breaking through the clouds. For many families, that small shift is the difference between staying stuck and finally stepping into their own home. Why stability matters. Though buyers aren't rushing in droves, like they might in the US when rates fall, the current plateau in Jamaica's mortgage market still carries weight. Families and investors alike are gaining confidence. They see that borrowing costs aren't spiraling upward, and that gives them breathing room to plan. For young professionals, a stable rate environment means they can start exploring starter homes in Portmore, Spanish Town, or Montego Bay. For middle-income families, it opens the possibility of trading rent for a modest mortgage. For investors and returning residents, steady rates signal a safer time to re-enter the market. It may not feel like a floodgate has opened, but in a country where affordability is delicate, even a trickle of renewed interest matters. What sellers should consider. If you're a homeowner thinking about selling, now is the time to reconsider your strategy. With mortgage rates holding steady, buyers are starting to test the waters again. And if you list early, before more sellers catch on, you'll have an advantage. Because here's the thing. While rates may inch lower in the future, more sellers will eventually enter the market too. That means more competition for attention. And to put it in local terms, in real estate, being fashionably late might work at a dance hall party. But in the housing market, it could cost you the spotlight. Dean Jones puts it succinctly, the Jamaican property market rewards timing. Don't wait for perfection. Step in when conditions lean in your favor, and you'll often find opportunities others miss. Buyers, it's about preparation, not perfection. For buyers, the message isn't rush, it's get ready. Rates are stable, but still relatively high, and homes remain expensive to build and maintain. But with stability comes predictability, and that allows you to position yourself wisely. Here's what you should be doing now. Get pre-approved. Sit with your bank or the NHT to know exactly what you qualify for under current rates. This clarity is essential. Look at location. Consider where you get the most value. A 3-bedroom in St. Thomas may become more attractive as infrastructure projects continue to transform the parish. Think long-term. Even if rates ease slightly later, property values are likely to rise. The earlier you step in, the more potential appreciation you capture. As Dean Jones notes, buying a home in Jamaica isn't just about numbers. It's about roots, legacy, and planting yourself where future generations can stand taller. The bigger picture. Stability in mortgage rates doesn't erase Jamaica's other housing challenges. Land in Kingston and St. Andrew is expensive. Materials like steel and cement remain costly because they're imported. And while the government is making strides with new housing initiatives, demand still outpaces supply. But here's the opportunity. Stable rates can encourage more consistent planning, both for buyers and developers. Investors can chart projects with fewer fears of sudden cost spikes. Families can prepare budgets with more certainty. And most importantly, it gives breathing room to nurture a culture of ownership. One where more Jamaicans see homeownership not just as a dream, but as an achievable goal. Strategy is everything. Both buyers and sellers need to be deliberate. Sellers, ensure your home is properly presented. Fresh paint, realistic pricing, and updated paperwork are critical. Overpricing will stall even in a warming market. Buyers, patience is key. Don't chase the first listing you see. Balance readiness with discernment. That's where an experienced local realtor makes the difference, guiding you not just through the transaction, but through the cultural, financial, and lifestyle realities of Jamaican living. Dean Jones puts it plainly. Real estate is more than bricks and mortar. It's about dreams, discipline, and determination. A home is where tomorrow begins, and in Jamaica, tomorrow is always full of promise. Closing thoughts. A market in motion. Mortgage rates in Jamaica haven't tumbled, but they've steadied, and that steadiness is sparking renewed confidence. For sellers, this is the moment to seize before competition builds. For buyers, it's a time to prepare, position, and pounce when the right opportunity appears. As Dean Jones wisely reflects, in real estate, hesitation is the silent thief of opportunity. Jamaica's market is stirring. Those who move with the rhythm will shape the future. So whether you're ready to sell, buy, or simply watch the market carefully, know this: stability is not stagnation. It's the foundation for action. And for Jamaica, it may be the spark that sets a new wave of ownership in motion. Disclaimer: this article is provided for informational purposes only and does not constitute financial, investment, or legal advice. Mortgage rates and property values are subject to change based on market conditions, lending policies, and government regulations. Readers are encouraged to verify current rates with financial institutions and consult with licensed professionals before making real estate or investment decisions.